Front page of the Sun newspaper, royal exclusive, Fergie time. Sarah Ferguson, formerly the Duchess of York, of course, is considering offers for a tell-all TV interview in the wake of her public downfall over links to sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. US channels.
Today's story takes us into one of the most tangled royal sagas we have ever explored on this channel. For decades, Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor and Sarah Ferguson have been the most unusual duo in the family. Not because they were chaotic in the 80s, though they certainly were. Not because their divorce was turbulent, though it absolutely was. What made them truly peculiar was the fact that they continued living together long after their marriage ended. They built a life inside Royal Lodge that appeared from the outside more like a long-running partnership than a dissolved marriage. They used to joke that they were the happiest divorced couple in the country. They traveled together, dined together, and raised their daughters together. Even when the scandals started stacking up around Andrew, Sarah remained loyal to him. Even when Sarah faced her own issues, Andrew protected her. But all of that now seems to be falling apart. It's claimed that they have turned against each other. Sources are speaking about disputes, accusations, and shifting blame. And it comes at the worst possible time because both of them are now under more pressure than they have ever experienced. To make things even more uncomfortable, this dramatic fallout is happening just as Andrew and Fergie prepare to step back into public view for the first time since losing their title.
Are said to be willing to pay six-figure sums to secure the chat with the former Duchess of York. It would evoke memories of her ex-husband, Andrew Mountbatten's Windsor car crash Newsnight interview. A source told The Sun Andrew's had his chance to tell his story. Now it's Fergie's time. This could be a major headache for the king.
Their granddaughter Athena is being christened at St. James's Palace. It is supposed to be a family celebration, yet it is turning into something that resembles a royal confrontation. So today we are going to look more closely at what triggered this sudden change, what insiders are saying about their relationship behind the scenes, what biographer Andrew Lowy has mentioned about potential jail time, and what this christening might reveal about the condition of Andrew and Sarah's partnership. Let's begin with the foundation. Their relationship, as unusual as it appeared to the outside world, was built on sincere affection. They married in 1986. The wedding day was cheerful and heartfelt, with crowds filling the streets. They had two daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, who stayed deeply attached to both of them. And even after they separated in 1996, they found comfort in continuing to live under the same roof. It sounds unbelievable to people today because the world has changed so drastically since then, but for a long period, their arrangement functioned smoothly. They shared a home at Royal Lodge for many years. They took vacations together. They attended events side by side. Sarah often said that Andrew was her closest friend. When she faced financial troubles, he supported her. When his public image collapsed after the Epstein interview in 2019, she became one of the very few people who refused to step away from him.
Well, the whole thing about Dutch and I is that we met when I was 16, she was 14. So we've known each other a very long time, and she had the quickest wit. That's what the thing. Anyway, I think you're referring to our hen night, are you? But
yeah. That's why this new allegation is so startling. Any sense of unity has disappeared. Apparently, Sarah is telling people that Andrew pressured her to contact Jeffrey Epstein years ago for financial assistance. She feels she is now being forced to face the consequences of his choices, and she does not want to carry the blame. Andrew, on the other hand, is giving a completely different version of events. He reportedly insists it was she who made those decisions. He says she was the one who wanted the money, that she was unhappy with their lifestyle, and that she was constantly overspending. This is a huge contrast from the couple who once spent Christmas together, shared pets, and chose to live together long after their divorce. But this situation isn't happening in isolation. Sarah accepted money from Epstein, and leaked emails revealed that after publicly condemning him, she apologized privately. For years, she avoided discussing the issue. Now the story has resurfaced, and the consequences are more severe than ever. And of course, Andrew is facing yet another wave of scandal. This time, it is not only tied to the Epstein accusations. Royal biographer Andrew Lowy has been openly discussing the legal risk Andrew could be in, and his remarks are blunt.
I think there are pictures of our headlight. And so we had Elton John's wife at the time, Renata. We had Pamela Stevenson, Billy Connolly's wife, myself, Diana, and they all thought it was a really good idea to dress as police.
He said Andrew could be charged with misconduct in public office and offences connected to his spending as a trade envoy. Andrew allegedly stayed in luxury hotels, ordered costly add-ons, used public money for personal convenience, and according to Lowy, paid for escorts while officially representing Britain abroad. Lowy said the case against Andrew is, in his words, straightforward. He said Andrew could end up in jail, not because of the Epstein-related accusations, but due to financial wrongdoing. This is a major shift from a few years ago when Andrew held honorary roles and enjoyed the protection that came with his titles.
Those titles are gone now. He is no longer insulated.
The Metropolitan Police have reportedly been reviewing claims that he used a protection officer to look into Virginia Giuffre, which adds yet another level of risk. One insider described Andrew's situation as unstable. Without royal cover, he is exposed. They said he is vulnerable and should already have a legal team ready. This is important because it helps explain why Andrew and Sarah are reportedly turning on each other. When pressure builds, self-preservation takes over. Lowy also said Fergie may be facing her own legal issues. He said she has allegedly used charities to generate income, putting her in danger as well. Again, none of this has been proven, but even the suggestion is enough to create tension. So the relationship that once seemed nearly unbreakable is strained, and the fractures are obvious, which brings us to the christening.
I mean, why not? Why not? So we did. So off we go, and it's really good. Imagine everyone had really made an effort. We get into the taxi, go into Berkeley Square, go into Annabelle's nightclub, thinking it's fine, we're dressed as policemen.
According to the Daily Mail, Princess Beatrice is arranging the baptism of her daughter Athena at the Chapel Royal inside St. James's Palace. This venue is not selected casually. It is historic, intimate, and traditionally used for significant family ceremonies. But the guest list has created unease. Andrew and Sarah will both be present. This will be their first appearance at a royal event since being stripped of their titles and since their removal from public life. And according to sources, guests are uncomfortable about it. A source told the Mail that people are dreading the moment Andrew walks into the chapel. Beatrice herself currently has a complicated relationship with her father. Although she still feels sympathy for him, she has invited him because she knows he loves his grandchildren deeply. She does not want to punish him by excluding him, but she is fully aware that his presence adds tension, and she is doing everything possible to keep the attention on her daughter. Andrew will reportedly be filmed traveling to and from Royal Lodge, but not at the chapel. There will likely be no public images of him walking inside or standing outside. He is expected to stay out of sight, which already reveals how sensitive the situation is. Sarah is attending as well. She is currently searching for a new home in the Windsor area because, as we know, she cannot remain at Royal Lodge.
Go down the steps and they say, "Excuse me, this is a fun club. We know this is where people are doing what they want. Please, could you leave?" They believed we were police. And then I got up the stairs and Dutch came up the stairs and she went, Fergie, that woman is wearing my...
Reports say she has viewed several properties, but no final decision has been made. This adds even more pressure because she is trying to shape her own future while managing their shared crisis. The overall atmosphere between Andrew and Sarah is described as quite cold. They may arrive separately and may avoid standing near each other. They may speak very little or simply try to keep their composure for the cameras and for their grandchildren. But the warmth people once expected from them is no longer guaranteed. This christening could be a pivotal moment because for decades their closeness was part of who they were. People saw them as a unit, and even when they were criticized, they stood beside one another. Now that image is shattered. If they do not appear united at the christening, or if their distance is obvious to those inside the chapel, it will confirm what insiders have been saying. The partnership is finished. The palace seems to have stepped back from everything. There is no protection, and the guidance and support they once relied on has nearly vanished.
I said, "No, Dutch, you are a policewoman. You cannot say that. Walk on." And we were, in fact, arrested. Yeah, we were.
Were you really?
Yes, we were, yeah, for impersonating police. We couldn't write it.
And then they realised who you were and they released you.
Yeah, they did quite quickly. I think it was either before or after she'd eaten his smoky bacon crisp.
Andrew is handling the fallout on his own and Fergie is managing her own issues. The family is trying to keep the ceremony centered on baby Athena, not on the adults who once dominated the spotlight after years of poor choices. And that may be for the best because the coming year will be challenging. Andrew could face charges. Sarah could face investigations. The Epstein files will release more information later this month. There may be new accusations, new documents, and new fallout. If they are already distant and blaming one another, the tension could intensify. Their long-standing arrangement at Royal Lodge is over. Their legal situations are separate, their reputations are separate, and most likely, their futures will be as well.
What do you think about their relationship?
Are they finished for good, or will they continue supporting each other and present a united front?
Do you think Andrew will face charges? Share your thoughts in the comments.
And if you want more royal updates every week, remember to subscribe so you never miss a story.